This is Wednesday morning. It is January 28th. So I'm talking to you just a little bit after 6:30 this morning. So let's get you set up for the day. Talk about the bigger weather picture. It is cold again this morning. So heavy on the coffee this morning. So grab a cup of coffee and we'll talk about the whole setup as far as I can see. So I pulled up cloud cover first with the surface chart overimposed on this so that you can see a couple of things that are factoring into our morning and what will happen with our day is this area of high pressure. I don't really have to tell the aches and pains folks about this. High pressure has descended over the area. So the other thing I see is not a lot of cloud cover this morning, but a developing short wave over here onto the west coast is going to push a bunch of cloud cover in tonight. And so that is going to happen as temperatures start their way back down, but not before we honestly have a pretty decent day with plenty of sunshine out there. So let's go ahead and check current temperatures before we get going on the future. So pretty much what we expected here in west central Missouri. I am seeing 7 degrees. It is 5 degrees over in Clinton, 9 degrees down in Bolivar, 9 down in Joplin. Up in Butler, it is 7 degrees. In Kansas City, it is 15 or 16 degrees this morning. So that is what we have. We are going to climb up out of there pretty quick, though, and I'm excited about that. Some of us are going to get above freezing today. Some of us that do chores, some of us hoping we can run some water and things like that today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We get above freezing, but it's not a lot. So here we go. Let's take temperatures. First of all, regionally, what happens as we move through today. Looking for a noontime temperature around 27 in Kansas City. I see about 28, 29 in west central Missouri, 30 over in east central Kansas. Moving along, looking for that high temperature today. There it is of around 34 here in west central Missouri, right at freezing up in Kansas City, maybe 35 down towards Joplin, 35 out in east central Kansas as well. So there go your temperatures. Let's actually kind of move through the overnight. 8 o'clock tonight, we're back down to about 23, 22 degrees around the region. Looking for a temperature midnight tonight, 20. And let's go ahead and check that overnight low as we head into Thursday morning. Should wake up at about between 18 and 20 degrees here around the region. So that is what I see temperature-wise. I want to go ahead and point out, first things first, coldest day of this upcoming cold stretch. I am looking at Saturday morning. So we have Arctic air headed on the way back in. I was talking about that yesterday, but here you are looking at Saturday morning. Actual temperatures being around 2 degrees up in Kansas City. West central Missouri going to be sitting right at 0 over in Iola, showing you guys at -1. But let me go ahead and put wind chills on this is what we're more concerned about. -11 there in Iola, -7 around west central Missouri, -8 in Kansas City, -10 up for the folks in St. Joe. So yeah, Saturday morning looking to be the coldest of the stretch. So want to go ahead and pull something else up here. Here we go. Want to go ahead and talk about a couple of things big picture. As we scroll through the forecast, there is a little bit of a difference in what might happen as far as a few snow flurries chances upcoming. So here is Thursday. We have some passing short waves that are going to mainly pass just to the north of the area. So Thursday, I do see a few snow flurries developing over here, northern Missouri. This is like a daytime Thursday thing. I do think they could settle on south through the region and we could see flurries Thursday too, but not looking for any accumulation there. So then we go over into the weekend in terms of snow chances, and the American model is saying that out in western Kansas, we have some showing up here Friday evening, and then I think it gives us some flurries all through central, possibly west central, but working their way south through Missouri on Saturday. So I want to go ahead and switch over to the European model, which thinks different. So the bottom line is snow flurries are really possible all weekend, but we have a couple of differences. I want to say this one shows up for Sunday. Here it is. Yeah, so this gives some, again, maybe 1/10 of an inch, maybe up to 1/2 of an inch accumulations up north of Kansas City. This would be Sunday, and then that looks to fall apart as it moves southeast through Missouri, but wouldn't rule out some snow flurries chances there. The GFS does not think that's going to happen at all. So we'll just say that flurries are possible all of the weekend. There are two differences in when they happen. So if you need more information about that, shoot me a message. But like I say, flurries to very minor accumulations, if anything. What the models do agree on is our next chance of precipitation. And I have this, again, using the European model, parked over here on Tuesday. So this would be Tuesday night over into Wednesday. And you guys can see, I'm going to show you the difference. The models agree that we are looking at a precipitation event. So the European model thinks that Missouri sees light snow, light to moderate snow, a transition to some sleet down south across the Arkansas border, and rain south and west of that. But let me go ahead and put up the American model, show you what that thinks. Temperatures are warm. I'm going to show you the warm up that happens for next week, so that's good news. So I kind of like this in the American model a little bit better. This is the same time frame, and this is suggesting predominantly a rain event as far as east central Kansas and west central Missouri are concerned. So obviously there will be a transition to snow somewhere. I kind of like this model right now based on what I think will happen with temperatures just above the surface. We should be seeing a rain event or a snow event. Nothing in between in terms of sleet or freezing rain for our area. So not anywhere near close enough to that to say a whole lot about that right now. I just wanted to go ahead and point out we have models agreeing on a precipitation event Tuesday night into Wednesday. Maybe that will change as well. And what type of precipitation that we see, either snow or rain, will probably change as we get closer as well. So that's just kind of your long term there. Speaking of long term, here is your 7-day forecast. I'm using Harrisonville, Missouri temperatures again. Yours may be a few degrees different. Definitely looking at that Saturday morning, overnight lows. These are actual temperatures in the negatives. Wind chills significantly colder. We only get up to 18. Don't even see 20 for Saturday to start your weekend. So Sunday, back up to 31. Monday, 39. And Tuesday, we are well above freezing here. Monday, Tuesday, headed over into some warmer temperatures finally. And that is what I know this morning. So appreciate everybody joining me. And I will be paying attention to probably that Tuesday, Wednesday precipitation thing is going to be the next big weather headline that we see. In the meantime, have an awesome Wednesday. I will keep an eye on things, and I'll catch you back later.